The voice Kelsea Ballerini realizes Blake Shelton lied to her. The voice Kelsea Ballerini has realized that Blake Shelton lied to her about another coach. This is something that fans were shocked to hear. However, Blake is known for giving people a hard time, so this could have been all it was. However, Kelsea has opened up about the situation alongside her fellow coach, Adam Levine. There is a lot to unfold. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Kelsea Ballerini does great as first-time coach. Kelsea Ballerini is currently coaching her first season of The Voice. However, this is not the first time Kelsea was on the show. She filled in for Kelly Clarkson when she was sick. However, the difference is, this time she is there full-time and she gets to formulate her team on her own. Ballerini shocked fans with how well she is doing. It did not take her long to realize what she needed to do to win over artists. Kelsea can relate to a lot of women on the show. She also has an advantage of being the only female judge. Viewers cannot wait to see what Kelsea has in store the rest of the season. She realized Blake Shelton lied to her about other coach. Kelsea Ballerini realized that Blake Shelton lied to her about her fellow coach, Adam Levine. Blake really made me nervous. He was like, Adam's tough. Sometimes he's mean. He's competitive. He's ruthless. He was wrong. You're lovely. You're nice. Adam was glad to hear Kelsea thought good things about him. However, he was going to snap back at Blake. I feel like Blake was hazing you when he did that. He's mean. He's not a nice guy. He's not a nice person. If he's being nice to you, that means he's lying. The one bad part about shooting this season of The Voice is that I have to sit in this filthy chair. Fans know that Blake and Adam only have friendly banter with one another and have a close relationship deep down. Adam was not sure if he was ever going to return to the show after being one of the odd coaches. I was definitely curious to see and feel what it was going to be like. It's been a while since I've been on, and I honestly thought maybe it was time. I just thought I'd come back and give it another chance. There is a lot more that is going to go down on The Voice, and fans cannot wait to see what happens. Fans know that Blake and Adam only have friendly banter with one another and have a close relationship deep down. Adam was not sure if he was ever going to return to the show after being one of the odd coaches. I was definitely curious to see and feel what it was going to be like. It's been a while since I've been on, and I honestly thought maybe it was time. I just thought I'd come back and give it another chance. There is a lot more that is going to go down on The Voice, and fans cannot wait to see what happens. It seems as though Blake wanted Kelsea to be nervous about Adam. However, fans know that Blake was just giving her a hard time. However, Adam snapped back with some of the same banter towards Blake. Fans love how they are still getting to see the friendly rivalry between Blake and Adam on the show, especially when Kelsea used some phrases from Blake to get at Adam. What did you think about what Blake said? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Country darling Kelsea Ballerini may have worn her heart on her sleeve on The Voice, but behind the scenes there was something she never saw coming. A lie, one delivered with a wink and a cowboy hat by none other than Blake Shelton. Yes, the self-proclaimed king of The Voice may have finally gotten one over on the sweet, Tennessee-raised songbird. And if you thought country stars didn't throw a little playful shade, you haven't seen Ballerini's reaction when she realized Shelton wasn't quite as honest as he made himself out to be. It all started with a promise. Back in 2021, Kelsea Ballerini stepped in as a guest coach on The Voice Season 20 when Kelly Clarkson was out due to illness. Ballerini, already a rising force in country music, brought her warmth, charm, and undeniable stage presence to Team Kelly's artists, and she won fans over instantly. But one thing stuck with her after that brief run. Blake Shelton told her something behind the scenes that she really took to heart. He told me, "You're a natural. You should come back. I promise next time you're on here, we'll do a duet on the show," Ballerini recounted in a recent interview on a podcast appearance. And I was like, Blake Shelton wants to sing with me? I practically cleared my schedule. She waited and waited. Seasons came and went. Coaches rotated, chairs spun, and Shelton continued to reign over the red swivel throne like a country music monarch. But the duet never happened. A country queen with receipts. Flash forward to 2025, and Ballerini has now become a mainstay in country and pop crossover music. Fresh off a critically acclaimed tour and a chart-topping EP, She returned to The Voice as a guest mentor during the battle rounds. The crowd roared. Blake raised his eyebrows. The moment was perfect until Kelsea brought the receipts. Live on air, during a playful backstage segment, Ballerini brought up Shelton's promise. "I've been waiting on that duet you said we'd do when I came back," she said, with the kind of sugary southern sarcasm that could make Paula Deen sweat. Blake's face said it all. That trademark grin cracked into a wince. "Well, things just got so busy." Kelsea shot back. "You sang with Hootie, John Legend, even Carson Daly on a karaoke night special. But no room for me?" Shelton laughed. "You caught me, I lied." There it was. The truth, as twanged and cheeky as a Blake Shelton one-liner. The lie heard round Music Row. For fans, it was a light-hearted moment, but one that sent country music Twitter into a frenzy. Blake Shelton lied to Kelsea Ballerini? He's got some explaining to do. One fan tweeted alongside a gif of Miranda Lambert sipping tea. Another posted, "Justice for Kelsea and the duet we were robbed of." Country blogs and gossip columns ran with it. Did Blake Shelton play Kelsea Ballerini? Or was it just a classic case of cowboy forgetfulness? Even fellow voice coach John Legend chimed in during the episode, quipping, "I'll duet with you, Kelsea." Blake clearly doesn't know a good thing when he hears it. And Gwen Stefani. She posted an Instagram story with the caption, "Blake, we need to talk. Ask Kelsea deserves better." A teachable and teasing moment. To be fair, Ballerini wasn't mad. She was just playfully calling out a promise that never got delivered. But the moment also highlighted something deeper. Even in the glittery world of music, people remember the small things, especially artists trying to make their mark. Kelsea's reaction wasn't one of bitterness. It was one of grace, and maybe just a tiny bit of shade. "It's all love," she said in a follow-up interview. "But seriously, Blake, if you ever want a duet, I'm still game. Just maybe don't promise next time unless you mean it," she added with a laugh. "Now I know to get it in writing. Will the duet ever happen?" That's the million-dollar question now buzzing in the Voice fan universe. Blake Shelton may have left the coaching panel in 2023, but his larger-than-life presence still looms large over the show. He said he wants to focus more on family and music projects that matter most to him. Could a Kelsea Ballerini duet be one of them? "I owe her," he admitted in a lighthearted post-episode interview. "And she didn't let me forget it, that's for sure. I'll have to make it up to her somehow." Maybe fans will finally get the performance they've been waiting for at an award show, a surprise Grand Ole Opry set, or a special edition of The Voice reunion. The demand is certainly there, and Kelsea's voice with Blake's baritone twang would make for a chart-topping combo. Until then, Ballerini remains a fan favorite for saying what many artists might not, and doing it with a smile. As for Shelton, well, he's probably drafting up the duet agreement in legal ink. Because if country stars know anything, it's that even the nicest lies don't go unnoticed for long. Let me know if you'd like a shorter version, a punchier headline, or a fun social media teaser to go with this. For saying what many artists might not, and doing it with a smile. As for Shelton, well, he's probably drafting up that duet agreement in legal ink. Because if country stars know anything,